What's up, guys? Blade Master here. Going to be bringing you round one, game one between Diplomatt and what's Willian? Willian, sorry, between Diplomatt and Willian in the Big Blade Balance tournament. This is, of course, since it's round one, fought in Monster GS. Beautiful map, love the map, and it's going to be interesting because Willian is definitely a relatively new, a relative newcomer to the competitive multiplayer scene at the very least. I think maybe this is probably one of his first tournaments versus Diplomatt, who of course is a veteran in the Rome 2 multiplayer scene, has won a bunch of tournaments, and he's all around a pretty decent player. Not the best. I think I'm a lot better than him. He makes so many damn mistakes, and in general, honestly, he's kind of quite overrated by most players. No, I'm just kidding. He's good, but he's played a lot of tournaments. He hasn't played a lot of Blade Balance though. That's why I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Whereas Willian has got a lot more experience in Blade Balance. I know I've played a lot with and against him, and he's played a lot more of the games in general. Whereas Diplomatt kind of took a break from Rome 2 in general, just came to play this tournament to help support it, and of course to win that sweet cash. Anyways, let's see how he does. In this game, Willian has taken Kolkis and Diplomatt has taken R1G. Two not so powerful factions. I think R1G definitely has the faction advantage over Kolkis, but under the tournament rules, Kolkis does have the opportunity to pull a fast one on R1G in that, one, because Kartli Axemen and Axemen have been buffed. You can see they've got 60 health now. Yeah, oh fuck, I thought for a second Kartli Axemen got 65 health. Never mind. Kartli Axemen have 60 health, so do regular Axemen. Where's the regular Axemen? Regular Axemen have 55. But both of them good units now because they have a buff to their melee attack as well. And the thing is, you can bring a total of 8 melee infantry, so you can bring a good mix of these axemen. And on top of that, you can bring very, very important units in the Kolkian nobles, including an incredibly tanky Kolkian nobles general. You can see these guys they've always been very, very, very strong Hoplite unit. There's the video that I most probably recently posted about the top 5 sub-elite tier spears, and the Kolkian nobles is number 1 there for a big reason, because they've got such an excellent mix of stats. 105 armor, 65 health, they have the inspire ability, and they've just got everything going on for them. So, on the other hand, R1G is another faction that's been buffed. You can see 4 Iberian Slingers being brought by Diplomatt here. He's brought also 4 Iberian Spearmen. These guys all have the same, they retain the same amount of precursor javelins that they used to have before. It's not like their number of precursor javelins got nerfed, while these guys fight against the 3 Eastern Archers brought by Willian. You can see the Eastern Archers get crushed by the Slingers because of the Slingers' shields, while the Eastern Archers don't have that. He's also brought maybe one Painted Warrior and a line of Scutari, 4 Scutari, and then a couple of Noble Fighters, including a Noble Fighter Cavalry, Noble Cavalry General, and a total of 3 Celtiberian Cavalry. Noble Fighters, one of the strongest elite units now because they have shield wall. Look at that charge bonus, 38 charge bonus, along with that excellent melee attack. They're not tanky at all, but they're very, very aggressive. So for Willian, just to recap, he's brought I think 4 Kartli Axemen and a couple of Axemen. He's brought a total of 4 Noble Blood Cavalry, no Horse Archers surprisingly enough, and he's brought 3 Kolkian Nobles. He had some Eastern Archers who've gotten pretty depleted now, and maybe a Solitary Eastern Spearman, yeah. And let's try and take a closer look at the units that Diplomatt has. He's got 1 Painted Warrior, 1 Scutari, 2 Scutari, 2 Painted Warriors and 3 Scutari, and 4 Scutaris. 2 Painted Warriors, 4 Scutari. The Painted Warriors cleverly interspersed with the Scutari. They have the Fear ability, which is awesome, and they will do a lot of. They could be pretty useful against these Axemen units because they don't have the greatest morale. 55 morale on Kartli Axemen is pretty poor, and 50 morale on the Axemen is pretty shit. The Kolkian Nobles' Inspire could come in very handy here, or whatever it's called, Encourage. The Iberian Slingers firing at the rather heavily armored Kartli Axemen. Actually, 60 armor isn't great, but they should be firing into the Noble Blood Cavalry instead, in my opinion. The Iberian Spearmen about to get charged at by Eastern Spearmen, and they're going to get a counter charge. Iberian Spearmen, excellent spear unit now, probably one of the best low tier infantry in the low tier spear infantry. What is this going on right here? But yeah, they're going to be fighting up against Eastern Spearmen, who we all know are super MLG. Don't have precursors, so this is a fight that's really not going to go anywhere, except that it's going to remove one of the important, meat shield units of Kolkis, But the Kartli axemen have actually come into support in this engagement. So once they kill off this Iberian spearman and then the Scutari gets a proper charge in against both the infantry, that could be great. But it doesn't look like Diplomat's going for that. Oh wow, that's because all this has happened. Kartli axemen got charged at by Celtiberians. They've pulled away very smartly, and now this noble blood cavalry has gotten caught by Scutari and the Scutari have caught the axemen as well. So they're dealing a lot of damage here instantly. But the Celtiberians have come in. They've taken a lot of damage and they're fighting up against noble blood cavalry here, who've got a lot of kills on the charge. Again, Celtiberians are medium while the noble blood cavalry are heavy, so they're going to do a lot of damage on the charge. As you can see there, they got 21 kills. The Celtiberians should use frenzied charge there to get unbreakable. And here the Kartli axemen immediately put into shield wall because the noble fighters have come in. They've gotten 25 kills, and then a Kartli axemen coming into support all across the field. Iberian spearmen being pulled back and Scutari coming in, Celtiberians coming in to get a charge in, and the noble cavalry general is already engaged there. The Celtiberians getting a good charge on Kartli axemen, and then the painted warriors here about to get an uninterrupted charge. These guys have got an excellent charge here. Oh wow, they're going to deal a lot of damage. If they used frenzy, that would have been perfect. But they've already gotten 6 kills. Going to get a lot more kills on the Kartli axemen, but they're already in shield wall. Noble fighters coming in, very deadly units. They should use shield wall though because they're not very tanky, and a shield wall could really help improve their staying power. 60 kills on Kartli axemen though so far. Kartli axemen have gotten 117 kills, but mainly on shit units. And here this Scutari has died, getting 61 kills on a mixture of Colchian nobles and axemen. Very smartly done, using that deadly combo to his advantage. The noble cavalry general has gotten clobbered. I think maybe some friendly fire from the Iberian slingers. But the noble blood cavalry have done brilliantly against the noble cavalry general. That's insane. They are very heavy. They would have destroyed a lot of cavalry on the charge. I'm not really sure what exactly happened there, how they did so poorly. I would have expected them to beast out that engagement very quickly. Colchian nobles general coming in to support the Colchian nobles here, fighting up against Scutari. They've gotten a couple of kills. Painted warriors here done very well so far. 44 kills on Kartli axemen, fighting up against the axemen now. And then this Kartli axemen holding out very well. Noble fighters still at full strength, and they're still fighting up against Kartli axemen. The Kartli axemen are taking a while to die. The noble cavalry general is dying there. Only 10 men left, and the general is basically dead because they have noble blood cavalry chasing after them. Double XP chevron for these guys. I think huge miss micro there by Diplomatt has to be that. And here on the other side, Diplomatt is winning the flanks. Celtiberians cavalry doing very well, but the general has recently died. That's causing a morale shock, especially amongst the Scutari who only have 50 morale. You can expect to see a lot of units rout now, and that could very well mean the end, a very premature end for Diplomatt if that is the case, but we are yet to see that. Colchian nobles holding out strong, doing very well. But the noble fighters they're going to be the biggest threat for Willian now. Eastern Spearmen chasing after some units. 96 kills on who? I have no idea. Celtiberian crashing into Kartli axemen and to noble blood cavalry. The Scutari going to come in after that, but it looks like they're taking some time. They're taking their sweet time to charge in. Getting a good precursor volley on Kartli axemen and on noble blood cavalry, and going to get a rear charge there, which is going to be very useful. No, where is the other noble fighter? Where is the other noble fighter? What? There's one noble fighter there. Where's the other? Oh, that's over here. So this one still at full strength, 113 kills. This one only 20 men down, but they are starting to drop pretty quickly now against the Kartli axemen, who have held out pretty decently but haven't gotten many kills. But this Colchian noble is coming in to support now, and they're going to be very, very deadly. It's going to be just an elite face-off, but the few noble blood cavalry are going to be pretty crucial here. Going to kill off a lot of the Iberian slingers, who can be pretty deadly in extended combat. This Colchian nobles can get rear charged by noble fighters, which can be very deadly, including the Colchian nobles general. But it doesn't seem like they're getting a proper charge. Okay, it looks like they are active. Shield wall has not been used on the noble fighters so far. Let's see if Diplomatt realizes that they do have shield wall now. Could just be a case of him not being used to blade balance at all, which is why it's turned out like this for him. 130 kills on the noble fighters, though it's not over for Diplomatt at all. This painted warrior with frenzy is getting a charge on the noble blood cavalry. I would really rate the painted warriors. They're doing very well. 92 kills, frenzy now, 52 charge bonus that increases it to holy shit. And now the noble fighter is starting to drop down pretty quickly, but the Scutari have routed with 48 men. That's quite a big amount of quite a large amount of Scutari that have just routed. Noble fighters attacked in the rear. an axeman with 63 men still remains, and one Colchian noble at 105 men. Colchian noble's general at 89 men and dropping quickly. Still no headhunt popped on the noble fighters. They're winded. This Colchian nobles at 73 men. As long as they have their Hoplite phalanx, I think they would beast out pretty decently against a noble fighter, solitary noble fighter. This painted warrior down to 25 men, and all across the field. I think that there's this very important Scutari at 99 men left, and an Iberian spearman at 96, which should be just chasing off and trying to kill off the noble blood cavalry, because they're getting a lot of charges in. They're in very precarious positions. Noble fighters here getting a charge into axemen. That is going to be very crucial because, of course, noble fighters have an excellent charge bonus. They're very tired, so I would assume they've used their headhunt once so far, and they are dropping very quickly. They're losing decisively. The Colchian nobles doing well, and the solitary Celtiberian cavalry getting a rear charge onto the Colchian nobles. Expect the Celtiberians to do a lot of damage, at least in HP, against the Colchian nobles there, because of course cavalry mass plays a more important role. All cavalry have got a 16% increase to their mass. These noble fighters are losing decisively. If headhunt hasn't been used, now is really the best time to use it. 77 men still left. They still have a very strong, healthy unit, so they should be using headhunt and kill off the general as quickly as possible. They're down to 60 men, the Colchian nobles general, and the Colchian nobles, other Colchian noble has pulled out. They're still at 94 men, and this noble fighter now with headhunt down to 28 men, 206 kills, but still wavering. Oh, headhunt has depleted. And only now has he realized that shield wall can be used on the noble fighters, but it's too little too late. Shield wall now used on this noble fighter, and the Scutari is coming to support. Celtiberians with 18 men still left, done pretty decently with them, 176 kills, probably killed off a lot of the eastern archers. Scutari with 81 men, killing off the last of this noble blood cavalry that has done so incredibly well. But I think the Colchian nobles are going to be able to beast it out, which is why I said Colchian nobles are going to be pretty crucial, because it allowed Willian to have 9 infantry units in total, whereas Diplomatt at the at most could only bring 8, and I don't think he brought 8. He brought 4 Scutari, 2 painted warriors. Yeah, he brought 8. Yeah, 4 Scutari, 2 painted warriors, and 2 noble fighters. So that extra Colchian nobles might just be enough to tip the balance in Willian's favor. If that is, then it could be a huge rout. But it looks like everyone is routing for Willian. What? Wavering attacked in the rear. Boom. That Colchian nobles general is out. 41 men left on this Colchian nobles. 86 men. This Colchian nobles is also wavering. The noble fighter is down to 52 men, and a Scutari left at 67 men. But now, whoa, what is going on? Mass rout? No, the Colchian nobles are pulling back. They're pulling back, and now they're getting a second charge because they realized that this noble fighter was on shield wall, so they wouldn't be able to chase after them. Very smartly done by Willian. And now, again, another Hoplite phalanx popped. Going to kill off the Scutari. And he's going to try and wait out... he tried to wait out the noble fighters who had shield wall popped. And you can see most of the noble fighters are not engaged because he pulled out earlier. And now, noble fighters, the headhunt has been removed. 36 men only left. They're shaken. They're steady. They're back to steady. Wow, they were wavering for a second there. This Colchian noble at 72 men is going to kill off this Scutari, which is at 53 men, but has done really well. Wow, and the Colchian nobles, one good thing about them is that they're so tanky, and especially since the noble fighters are not really engaging with them because shield wall has been popped. Wow, look at this. They're just having a staring contest. This could be what Diplomatt needs to win this game. If he can just issue one attack order onto the noble fighters, onto the Colchian nobles, then this Colchian noble is basically dead. But now the Scutari at 33 men is routed, it's shattered, which means that the tables have turned. This Colchian nobles at 67 men can now attack this noble fighter. Of course, shield wall does come with its own, its own weakness in that the noble fighters don't engage proactively. So unless you issue an attack order, they won't engage, and he really should have utilized that better. They've done pretty decently, 228 kills, triple XP chevron, but now they're going to get swarmed by Colchian nobles. Still very, very well done. 23 men left in this Colchian nobles. They're still going to hold out because they have 70 morale. Noble fighters are doing really well. 46 men left in them, but 61 men in the Colchian nobles and 23 men in this Colchian nobles. And the Iberian spearman actually has done very, very well too. Getting a lot of kills. 77. Wow, how many kills on Colchian nobles? Excellently done. And that means this Colchian noble is going to rout. And this Colchian noble is only at 59 men versus this noble fighter at 38 men. insane how close this battle has come down to. Just insane. Let me take a quick screenshot. This is basically the gist of this battle. Colchian nobles against noble fighters. Both of them have done incredibly well for their country, for their factions. I want to get the wings on these guys better. Yeah, this is good. This is a good screenshot, isn't it? Too many low res low res textures, but whatever. So yeah, that's what it's coming down to. It's incredibly close. But the Iberian Spearman has shattered. That's the 30 morale, man. You can never... Oh, wow. How did they shatter? That's insane. They were doing so well, too. And they would have been a crucial unit. Now, actually, Willian has the option to just pull away and then rear charge this noble fighter. It's a classic 2-on-1 scenario. But this is just insane. Very close battle. And if Willian does win this, it's a huge scalp for him at the start of the tournament. A big name in Diplomatt that he would have won in his first game. Insane. Yeah, but that's what not getting to grips with blade balance is going to do, I guess. If the noble fighters used shield wall earlier, it could have changed everything. And maybe he underestimated the axemen a bit too much. You can see the axemen they didn't do great, but they did okay for a sword heavy faction. I mean, against a sword heavy faction. But take nothing away, I think Willian did really well, and I think the biggest mistake that Diplomatt made was wasting his general like that. Only 54 kills on them, and the Celta Iberians also got slaughtered. One of the Iberian spearmen did well. The noble fighters in general did very well, but they could have actually done even better if shield wall was used effectively, which it wasn't. Scutari did okay for the most part, but yeah, those are kills that are a bit too less. And I think it was smart on Willian to take the engagement in the forest, where his tanky units would have fared much better than the high charge and high aggressive units of Diplomatt. So very well played to Willian. He claims a big victory in the first round, and Diplomatt, surprise, has crashed out of the first game in the tournament. Very entertaining match. Hope you guys were entertained by it too, and stay tuned for more. Peace.